What actor is the most guilty of playing the same exact character in every film? Seth Rogen. He plays Seth Rogen on every possible movie. Starring Dwayne Johnson as a buff dude spy who can fly helicopters and perform CPR, who is sometimes funny. Did you even see the other guys? He definitely cannot fly. Aim for the bushes. Kevin Hart making and receiving jokes about his own diminutive stature is a given. I think the fact that I can't remember a single one of his characters' names speaks for itself. Edit, apparently, I really need to check out the upside. A lot of comedians that become actors seem to just play themselves. They've probably spent their whole career perfecting a particular persona and people just write them into movies. Bill Burr worked really well in The Mandalorian because we've never seen a Bostonian in Star Wars. Star Wars. Michelle Rodriguez. Always played the tough military chick. David Attenborough? I've seen them all. Like, come on man, mix it up a little. Play a waiter or a spy or a gay prostitute. Yes, David always plays the narrator of wildlife programs, every single time. I tried, but I just can't see him on Blue Planet playing a gay prostitute. Exactly. He's been thoroughly and unfairly typecast. His agent should be convicted. Outrageous. Steven Seagal, playing Steven Seagal in movie called Steven Seagal. The best ama of all time. How have I never known about that until now? That thread is absolute gold. Holy shit, I scrolled down a long way and didn't see him answer a single question, although maybe he did. I wonder how long it took him to realize that was a very bad idea. 15 seconds? 30? If you click Seagal's account, you'll see the few questions he answered 3 years ago, and nothing else. Which, after that, fair. Jason Statham edit, except the movie Snatch lol, that's my favorite movie of his, and yeah, I guess he played a little different role, so I'll give you that one. I once heard a comedian say that all of his movies should just be numbered. Jason Statham 9, he fights a shark in this one. Wonder who he'll be playing in this one. Maybe this secret agent who wins in the end, or the man with muscles who wins in the end. Let's mix things up a bit. A secret agent with muscles who wins in the end. Katherine Heigl, an uptight, controlling, workaholic, but learns to be a little more easygoing by the end. A Heigl, who somehow starred in almost every movie about an uptight, prudish workaholic lady whose every problem was solved by a dreamy guy's penis. Edit. Your opinions on Seth Rogen are inconsequential. The man is a dreamboat. I always knew Seth Rogen's hog would make all well. Are you James Franco? My dad complains that Mark Ruffalo always plays a guy going through it, whatever that means. Edit. Unrelated, by my father's father also had strange but strong opinions about celebrities. He said that Scarlett Johansson was grotesque, which I mean. Bob, is she really grotesque? I guess my paternal family just wants to drag the whole Avengers cast slowly but surely. 13 going on 30. Can't remember the rest. But I always picture Mark with crow's feet, squinted eyes, and hand rubbing the back of his neck. It's like squints and rubs the back of his neck. He was made for this. The Rock, he's an ex-military police that is now a butterfly collector, but then he has to save the world. I'd watch the duck out of that movie. I can already hear the trailer. He tried to leave a life of violence behind him, then it took the woman he loved. This summer. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson in The Butterfly Game. PG:13. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. Love the guy, but he seems to be in a lot of movies where he is just The Rock to me. Uses smoldering intensity. All he needs to do is raise his eyebrow, and it's exactly what he did when he was a wrestler lol. Kevin James. Any Kevin James film is instantly a Paul Blart Mall Cop spin-off in my mind now. Don't know his name, but he's a Spanish-Mexican actor who plays a gangsters in almost all his movies. Pretty sure his name is usually Hector too. Bald head, white tank top, goatee I think. You guys know who I'm talking about. Noel Guglielmi is his name. Lol at his credits, Gang leader gangbanger number 1 inmate number 1 Latino convict Latino thug bar thug number 2 hood cholo number 2 ex-prisoner rooftop hood Hector. I'm laughing my ass off at Hector apostrophe. You guys remembering Troy and Brad Pitt Achilles calling out Hector for what felt like half an hour? Yeah, out comes Noel Guglielmi to the utter confusion of everyone involved, lol. Godzilla. Rebel Wilson. Hector. Some say he's got so many spoon engines he uses them to eat his breakfast. I tell all my homies, don't let the fact that the coronavirus is around make you forget that Hector is running 3 Honda Civics with spoon engines. And he went into Harry's to order 3 T66 turbos with nose and a Motec system exhaust. Hugh Grant, dithering, bumbling Englishman. David Spade, annoying American man teenager. Hugh Grant plays a slightly different role in The Gentleman. It'd say The Gentleman and Paddington too. He is good as Cloud Atlas. And The Pirates. With Adventure with Scientists you can't even tell it's Grant's voice acting. But he was so good in Paddington too. But that film is a masterclass on how to write, direct, cast and act a family film. Mark Wahlberg. Always the uneducated but charming common man. Funny thing is, when I was little I thought he, Leo DiCaprio, and Matt Damon were the same guy. Edit, holy crap. I did not expect this to blow up. To those of you who are shocked, let me remind you I was a little kid. Their facial features just seem so similar to me, especially Matt and Mark. And Leo and Matt both have the soft babyish face. Yeah, I know the difference now, but they still seem similar to me. The Departed must confuse the shit out of you then lol. I definitely wonder if I have some brain issue because when I saw The Departed in cinema I could not tell DiCaprio and Damon apart in so many scenes. I was young enough at the time, early teens definitely. But Christ. Paul Rudd. It's almost always fair to assume that he'll be playing some sort of lovable goof in a movie. Edit, I'm not saying Paul Rudd doesn't have range as an actor. All I'm saying is a lot of his characters have that similar lovable goof personality to it. And since he's immortal he'll be doing that forever. Literally this dude is 51 and he looks like he's at most in his 30s. Compare pics of Paul Rudd and Leonardo DiCaprio when they were in Romeo plus Juliet together with pics of the two of them now. Paul Rudd has definitely found the secret to eternal life. Your comment just made me realize that Paul Rudd was in that movie and I had completely not noticed. What the hell, that's one of my favorite movies. Rob Schneider in every Adam Sandler movie. You couldn't be more wrong. In Big Daddy, he's vaguely Eastern European. In 50 First Dates, he's vaguely Polynesian. In Waterboy, he's vaguely Cajun. In Little Nicky, he's also vaguely Cajun. And I now pronounce you Chuck Larry, he's vaguely Asian. The man has range that would put Gary Oldman to shame. But only vaguely jealous. Zooey Deschanel. If Manic Pixie Dream Girl characters formed their own country, she would be their god empress. This video makes a convincing case that her performance in 500 Days inverts the Manic Pixie Dream Girl trope. Joseph Gordon-Levitt's character is looking for such a woman and in doing so views Zooey Deschanel's complex and nuanced character as a simple wish fulfillment for him, flattening her. By the end of the film he grows to appreciate his mistake, allowing him to grow. This is only possible because Deschanel does not actually play a Manic Pixie Dream Girl. U2.B. The whole point of 500 Days of Summer was to invert that trope. That's why they show the clip from The Graduate, and have the expectation versus reality montage. Michael Cera, except in This Is the End. Hess different in Molly's Game. He plays an asshole, and supposedly it's meant to be Tobey Maguire. I just watched it a second time. I didn't realize until the second viewing that it is Tobey Maguire. I just watched Spider-Man 2. Owen Wilson. His early stuff had some variety. Behind Enemy Lines was not too bad. Sadly it fell apart pretty quickly afterwards. He fell into a depression around that time and tried to kill himself in 2007 or 2008. If playing the same character again and again keeps him happy, I won't complain. I think Midnight in Paris was the first thing he did during recovery. Midnight in Paris is a great movie and one of his rare roles that's actually a bit unique.